Breaking news, Sam Larry and Naira Marley granted bail with 3 shorties with 20 million naira each. They are to deposit their international passport and report to state CID every Tuesday. That is all.
Mr. Joseph Aloba, the father of the late singer Mohbad, has thrown his son's widow, Omowummi, under the bus once again. This happened on October 25, 2022, when the father of the deceased testified at the coroner's request investigating Mohbad's death at the Ikorodu Magistrates Court, Lagos State. The cleric said that he does not trust his daughter-in-law, especially when it comes to the strange circumstances surrounding Mohbad's passing. The grieving father further alleged that his daughter-in-law was unfaithful to his late son while he was alive, which caused a lot of problems in their relationship. In many Nigerian cultures, when a married man passes mysteriously, the first suspect is always his wife. The mourning widow is often faced with stigma, suspicion, and hatred, leading to cultural torture, seclusion, and disinheritance. Mohbad's wife is not different. The nursing mother who welcomed a son with the late singer 6 months ago has been subjected to all kinds of accusations, abuse, and chants that she knows something about the Afrobeats singer's passing. Even though the police have listed 5 prime suspects that don't include the late singer's widow, many have been questioning her faithfulness to Mohbad, the paternity of their child, and her allegiance to his former boss, Naira Marley. So far, not one person has brought out proof against Omowummi, but is her father-in-law's testimony what will nail her to the cross?
Hello guys, it's Ikorodu here for African Glitz.
Following worldwide protest for justice, the Nigerian police and the Lagos state government eventually bowed to pressure and commenced an investigation into the circumstances surrounding Mohbad's mysterious passing on September 12, 2023. On October 6, the police announced they had identified 5 prime suspects, including the auxiliary nurse who treated Imole, his friend, Prime Boy, his former boss Naira Marley and his associate Sam Larry, and one unnamed suspect. While the public awaits autopsy results that seem to be taking too long, these suspects were reportedly in detention waiting to be acquitted or convicted based on the staggering evidence against them. Naturally, this should cool everyone's temper, but it has only shifted the focus to the late singer's widow, with various allegations of why she should be the prime suspect. When Imole first passed, his father was among the first people to vilify his wife, Omowummi. In a viral clip, the aged cleric narrated how Mohbad's wife didn't allow his son to care for him. Mr. Aloba also painted his daughter-in-law and her family as gold diggers, revealing that Omowummi's mother has all the documents of her son's properties. Since then, the allegations have only continued to expand, with the likes of VeryDarkMan, a popular Instagram influencer, championing the narratives. In several videos that went viral, the influencer insinuated that it could be a case of paternity fraud because the child Mohbad has with Omowummi does not look like him. Backing him up, controversial journalist Kemi Olunloyo alleged that the 6-month-old infant looks like Sam Larry. They began to call for a DNA test, which Mohbad's father had promised to do in 2 places. Further, the very dark black man called on Omowummi to address the public and tell them her own side of the story because, according to him, she is hiding a lot of things and may have had a hand in her husband's sudden and sad death. The controversial influencer was not alone. Mohbad's childhood friend, identified as Prime Boy, also made some shocking allegations against Omowummi while speaking to TVC on October 5, 2023.
I wonder his wife. Why will his wife go online and start framing me? That's wrong.
Prior, the Nigerian police had declared him wanted for refusing to honor their invitation and put a 1 million naira bounty on his head. When he finally surfaced, the upcoming singer alleged that Mohbad had issues with his wife 2 days before his death. According to Prime Boy, Wummi was trying to frame him online, accusing him of fighting Mohbad and hitting him with a juju ring before he passed to take attention away from her as a suspect. In more recent revelations, another friend of the deceased, identified as Missy, alleged that Omowummi was unfaithful to the late singer. During the interview with VeryDarkMan on October 24, 2023, the upcoming singer claimed that Mohbad's widow was engaged in a lesbian relationship with Mohbad's manager. Missy further alleged that Mohbad was aware of the affair and had videos of them together. That's not all. Missy alleged that Wummi was very controlling and had another affair with someone in Naira Marley's camp. A day before Mohbad passed, Missy claimed he fought with this unnamed person because he insulted Mohbad, saying his wife was the one who controlled him. Without a doubt, these explosive claims have generated mixed reactions, with some asserting that Mohbad's friends are attempting to implicate his wife as a prime suspect. With the coroner's inquest already underway, many hoped her in-laws would go all out and defend her in the courts. Sadly, this was not the case. During a hearing on October 25, 2023 at Ikorodu Magistrates Court in Lagos State, Mohbad's mother reportedly denied knowing her daughter-in-law until she welcomed a child with her late son. In her defense, Mrs. Aloba claimed that she only reunited with her son in 2019. Their relationship had gone sour over the years following the end of her marriage with Mohbad's father. Mrs. Aloba claimed her ex-husband took the late singer away and instructed him not ever to contact her. It was when they became cordial again that he began to open up about his issues with Naira Marley, testifying that Mohbad was bullied by Naira Marley as suspected. Even then, Imole cautioned her against speaking up. But were there issues between Mohbad and his wife? Well, Mrs. Aloba said according to her knowledge, his wife only complained to her about his infidelity. The late singer's father, however, had something different to say while testifying about his son's relationship with his wife and former boss, Naira Marley. According to the cleric who once described Naira Marley as a good person, he and his son lived together for 18 years. However, the late Afrobeats star started living with his former boss in December 2019 after he was signed to Malian Music. During that period, Mr. Aloba said he did not know the exact house in which his late son was living with Marley. This is despite circulating videos showing the deceased father and mother in Naira Marley's house begging him. However, Mohbad's father admitted that his late son had issues with Naira Marley, but Mohbad assured him he could handle his dispute with his former boss.
I think the minute we more you don't perform, wasn't back the lyrics, on back the phone password. And from my account details. Oh, well, but my password, my chat, my blog, my wife, about the phone again.
After Mo passed, he claimed he wasn't at the burial less than 24 hours after they announced his death and only saw his son's casket in a picture and wasn't present at the burial at Ikorodu. He came to visit me 3 days after his death, concerning his neck that was bent in the casket. I didn't know about it because I was not at the burial. It was later I saw the pictures, he said. Further testifying on his daughter-in-law, Mr. Aloba revealed that he does not trust Wummi because she was always putting sleeping pills in his son's food. I don't trust his wife. My son told me she always puts sleeping pills in his noodles and went to another room to sleep with another signee in the same house. I shared 18 years with my son and he had no record of any terminal disease. I only took him to a chemist when he was 16 for treatment of rashes, he said. The cleric further claimed that his daughter-in-law was unfaithful to his late son. Wummi was a very unfaithful wife to my son. I don't trust Wummi one bit. He told me that all the documents of his landed property were in possession of Wummi's mother till today, he explained. Contrary to claims that Mohbad neglected him, Mr. Aloba confessed that his son bought him a car after he tried to reconcile with his mother. When he started making it, he talked to me about reconciling with his mom, which he did. He was happy and he bought me a car for this, the aged man explained. The third person who testified, however, focused on the hours before Mohbad passed. Unlike his parents, this was the late singer's DJ, identified as Ajishegiri Ayobami. According to the witness, Mohbad and his childhood friend, Prime Boy, fought 2 days before his untimely death and he sustained minor injuries. Ayobami also told coroner court that the wound was a small cut on his hand, but that by the time they got home at midnight, Mohbad's hand was already swollen. They tried to call Mohbad's nurse, but she was unavailable, so one of their team members called Spending to invite another nurse to administer an injection to him. According to the DJ, Mohbad was very fine before the nurse came but started vomiting after administering the injection. In the presence of him and the late singer's wife, Mohbad vomited the noodles his brother, Adura Aloba, prepared for him. This raised an alarm, prompting them to rush him to the hospital, but he was declared dead. Still testifying, Mohbad's disc jockey confirmed that Mohbad was bullied twice by Sam Larry, and Mohbad's brother Joseph Aloba was present when Larry threatened to kill Mohbad. Since Mohbad's tragic death, his widow Omowummi has yet to speak about his passing publicly, neither has she responded to allegations leveled against her about paternity fraud and having a hand in the death of the talented singer. On October 25, 2023, Wummi made a shocking appearance in court. In viral clips, the nursing mother was captured arriving at the same time as her in-laws, which gave hope to many that she might finally be ready to speak. Unfortunately, the widow didn't get a time in court on this fateful day, and neither did she come online to attack her in-laws. This has sparked mixed reactions online on whether Wummi is innocent and whether her father-in-law's priorities and allegations are appropriate. Nollywood actress Tonto Dike was among the first to react to Mr. Aloba's testimony. It's so hard to love or even support General Mohbad's dad. I mean, if he has so much information to give, why can't he take it to the authorities? Is online the judge and jury or authority? Take these claims to the right authority. Have them verify and pick up who you accuse. We're using our resources, sweat and blood to fight for your amazing son, and all you have to do is humiliate our efforts by carelessly speaking when we have begged you countless times to go give every info you have. Ha! God bless my father, she wrote on Instagram. Reacting on X, one user wrote, "No wonder VeryDarkMan did that interview yesterday because of today's judgment. Ha! I wonder what that woman did to VDBM." Calling out VeryDarkMan, Blessing CEO said,
"Very dark, black, dirty boy. Enough is enough. When I say enough is enough, I am not joking with you this time around. It is not cruise. It is serious business. You have dragged Mohbad's wife's name to the mud enough. You have defamed this widow's character enough. It's not even been up to 6 months since she lost her young husband, and she's a young widow with a breast. She's still breastfeeding. You've been dragging her for decades. I don't know what the family is doing about it, but it's time for the public to also put their mouths. The same way you helped people with cream and went to NAFDAC number is the same way I will come for you. But the first question you need to ask, very dark, dirty boy, go and ask people who have done case with me. Go back and ask Onyeze. The Onyeze that handcuffed me on the internet. Ask him what I did to him. The woman who claimed that she took me to Kirikiri. Ask her what I did to her and what has made her not to talk since on the internet. I will do that same thing to you. And when I want to treat your fuck up, I don't come on social media. I do it quietly. Leave Wummi alone. If you say you have anything against her, march to the police station and give your evidence. That is how it is done. I thought you said you're an activist. You claim to be an activist, but a selective activist. They've been calling Davido out for owing different people different millions of naira. Have you addressed the issue? Davido intimidate people, collect money for a show that he does not go. The car that Davido bought for his personal assistant, the white Venza, he has not finished paying. He's still owing the car dealer 4.5 million naira for over 4 years. Have you addressed the issue? So many pending issues around Davido himself. Sit in that your dirty room and address it. What did you do? You went to Lagos claiming that Davido told you to stay for 1 year. You did not even stay for 1 week. You rush, go chop food, 12,000 or 20,000 naira, they pursue you. This interview you granted about Wummi was in Lagos because it is still the same that green dirty shirt you were wearing under the mango tree that you still wore for the interview. You carried a chair, brought Mohbad's friend, sat him down and started interviewing him. As what? As Vanguard or Punch newspaper? Which one are you? What license do you have to sit somebody down and be interviewing the person? You can even see that the boy was not even comfortable. You got job, ain't got job. And you are sitting down and talking about somebody's personal life without proof. That Wummi is a lesbian. Wummi slept with the whole world. Wummi slept with the whole nation. She slept with the whole Africa. Do you understand the defamation of character? Very dark, dirty boy. You know what hurts me the most is that you lived a dirty life. If I want to begin to talk about your dirty life with proof, it will look as if I am dragging you because you are poor. Because what you are using to hold Nigeria is poverty. People are pitying you because people think that they are broke shaming you. That's the reason why Nigeria is pitying. Nobody's broke shaming you because you have hustled, but you did not make it. You are not as poor as people thought you were. You were not just good with your brains. You did prostitution, you didn't make it. You tried to do business, it didn't work. You failed so many times in your hustle. It didn't mean you are broke. Stop mistaking that too. You are a failure. A failure is different from someone that is broke. You have tried so many hustles that you did not win at. Suddenly, you now want to save Nigerians. Suddenly, you are now an activist without money. Suddenly, you are now an activist without evidence. Just because Nigerians are very good in glorifying idiots. I said it from the beginning that you are like a Ponzi scheme. All you do is gather crowd, then hit them so bad. Why are you always after women? Why are you so passionate about women? There are so many men that are raping children, so many injustice coming from men. I've never seen you talk about anyone. When your fellow man dragged you a fekata, you didn't even have anything to say. But when it's a woman, you bring out the whole of your energy. Very dark, dirty boy. I'm warning you. Because at this point, I am getting so emotional. Because this woman needs to mourn her husband. And you are stressing her mentally. I came out to speak about a man who lost his wife. They dragged me and asked me to allow the dead to rest. I did. I took my hands off the case. And the police and the law court has continued from there. It is not your job to be tarnishing her image. If the police deems it fit to invite Wummi, they will. There's a difference between people's personal life and their investigation life. Stop dabbling into people's personal life that you know nothing about. Just because you lived a dirty life doesn't mean that everybody lived a dirty life like you. You think everybody is like you. You think everybody went as low as selling their prick for money for you. You think everybody do all the human beings like you. No, some of us are not as dirty as you are. Yes, some of us are very clean. I'm going to warn you again. Leave Wummi alone. Leave Mohbad's wife alone to mourn her husband and take care of their son. You are not a police. You are not FBI. You are insulting the police. I don't know what the police is waiting for, but I'm going to follow up right now. They need to call you in for questioning. You know so much. You are so passionate about the case. Go to the police station and drop what you know. That is how it's being done. Or you take yourself there. The same way you march to NAFDAC office to go and seal Jenny's glue shop. March to the police station and tell them what you know about the case. Or you shut up your gutter mouth. I'm glad that Nigerians are beginning to see through you. It's not been up to 1 year. They for leave you for TikTok, make you the language for them. Davido brought you to Lagos. Oh, you think that because Davido brought you to Lagos, when you get into mess, Davido is going to help you. Davido is also into a mess. You can imagine. The very few people who have associated themselves with you, you can see the repercussion. Tunde Ednut's page has gone down. This Tunde Ednut did not do anything. He was just promoting your rubbish. Davido, they are dragging him now for debt. Every celebrity that has associated with you is being dragged. It simply means you have bad luck. Nothing good comes out of you. That's the reason why all your life you did not make anything. And you think it's by dragging people, women especially, we go show you shaggy, very dark, dirty boy.
Another ex-user tweeted, Naira is not innocent. Sam Larry is not innocent. Wummi, Mohbad's wife, is not innocent either. 100. Another added, Mohbad's wife said she is ready to go to the bank with the father to show all her bank statements when he is ready. This man does not care for his son's justice at all. He just wants to fight for property. One user reacted on X. From the way that guy was buried and the videos before he was buried, I just knew that lady would fight so many battles with not just his father, but the guy's family members. I hope she does the needful, ride on momentum and japa comot for this country with her pikin. In a more recent reaction to justice for Mohbad, Nollywood actress Iyabo Ojo has said that the autopsy result for the late singer is still not ready. The screen diva called on Ikeja General Hospital to fasten the process so the public could know what they were up against. About Mohbad's widow's radio silence in the face of varying allegations against her, the Real Housewife of Lagos star assured everyone that Wummi had been interrogated. When she is in a better mental position, the nursing mother will grant interviews to address everyone. If you are still watching, what do you think about Mohbad's parents' testimony against their daughter-in-law? Is this an attempt to implicate the late singer's widow as the prime suspect? Do you agree or disagree with Blessing CEO about VeryDarkMan interviewing Mohbad's friend Missy out of the police case? Finally, do you agree with Tonto Dike that Mohbad's father is frustrating all efforts to get justice for his son?
Share your opinion in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please comment, like and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more well-researched African stories and news we know you'd like. Click on the bell sign to be notified every time we upload a new video so that you don't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.